You've just entered the no delusion zone. I'm DeBatto. This is the second in a new series of one topic podcasts. And today the topic is the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi. Prime Minister Modi is, in my humble opinion, a real piece of work. I was going to call him a piece of something else, but I'll settle on piece of work. Why do I say this? Well, last month, July 8th, to be exact, Prime Minister Modi welcomed another real piece of work. Vladimir Putin, the so-called president of Russia. Modi welcomed Russia in India on a rare trip of Putin outside the country. And what was significant about that particular trip held on that particular day? Well, the day before, on July 7th, Russian missiles had just slammed into a children's hospital in Kyiv and killed dozens, including children. Here's a photo of that carnage. Just disgraceful. Just disgraceful. Just the most recent of such scenes of carnage by the Russian military in Ukraine. They have attacked hundreds, if not thousands, of hospitals, maternity wards, schools, churches, apartments. The list goes on. It's just incredible. One long list of horrendous war crimes, which they will pay for in the future. However, the topic of today's discussion is the visit by Modi, actually, but starting with the visit by Putin to Modi last month. And again, what was significant, the day before Putin's visit to Modi, those Russian missiles had slammed into and devastated and murdered many dozens, if not hundreds, of Ukrainians, dozens of which were children. And the day after that, Modi is seen hugging and smiling this mass murderer. Now, just yesterday, we're in the last week of August now, Modi pays a visit to Ukraine, the first visit to Ukraine since the full-scale war started in February of 2022. And yes, he did hug Zelensky. He's a politician. And he asked Zelensky to seriously consider talking peace, negotiating peace with the mass murderer. Again, Modi is a real piece of work. Oh, did I fail to mention that Modi and India is propping up this murderous regime by buying cheap Russian gas and oil, without which, and China, but that's a topic for another podcast, without which Russia would very possibly not be able to continue the war. At least they wouldn't be able to shell and to murder as many Ukrainians, if not for Modi's India buying so much cheap Russian gas and oil. So, Prime Minister Modi, you really are a piece of work. Piece of crap, and I could say worse. But for today, piece of work. I just hope that someday you get yours too. Maybe not a docket in The Hague, but what you're deserving. You're from India. You'd understand karma, wouldn't you? Well, karma is a bitch, and it's going to come for you someday. That's all for today's podcast, and as always, take care, stay safe, and please stay sane.